White House correspondent who represents all of Africa here at the White House. And Ariana, it's such a big day here as President Trump has invited Rwanda and Congo to sign a peace deal that was announced just last week. You actually got to sit down with the president of the Congo in Africa earlier in the week and speak with him about this momentous, this historic event that's happening here today at the White House, and you will be in the Oval Office as well. But when you were talking to the president, you asked him essentially why the international community has ignored this for so long, and here's what he had to say.
The international community have forsaken us, and we are victims, and we have millions of victims recorded since then. Now, we believe that the international community ought to take side with us and help us sort this situation. That's why I would like to hereby thank the Trump administration for the efforts they are doing, and I'm even convinced that this will be successful. And I really want to say that finally the international community, through the United States taking the lead, have understood that they needed to help the DRC people.
So why do you feel like this has been ignored by so many around the world, this genocide, this fighting that's taken place for over 30 years?
Thank you so much, Lindsay, for having me. As you've mentioned, I was in Congo last week. I've witnessed myself how proud, how happy the people of Congo are because of this peace deal. And I've seen hope. You can tell that there is hope right now. And from the president answering your question, he have said hypocrisy. This is what he noticed from the international community and also from many African leaders, except, of course, the president of Angola, President João Lourenço, who worked very hard to bring peace to Congo, but unfortunately, he couldn't deliver. But now they are seeing into the United States, under, of course, the leadership of President Donald Trump, that finally they will see peace in Congo.
So let me stop that right there. So I think they said on this story there were more people killed in this conflict than in World War II. So let me just say this right off the top. I'm not going to mince no words. Africans are losers, right? Africans are losers. I don't care about like African immigrants. Go back to Africa, right? I don't give a shit about African immigrants, no immigrants in America at all. These people are not the best and the brightest that come here to America. You're not getting the best and brightest. I got in a Uber with some immigrant who tried to insult me and wanted to kick me out of my, because he was being incompetent and I said something. He wanted to kick me out the Uber. He threatened, being rude, racist, anti-black immigrant, some Hispanic, right? So I don't give a damn about immigrants from Africa or Latin America or no fucking where, right? Because black people in America ain't no immigrant. We ain't worried about no revocation of the 14th Amendment or rewriting of the 14th Amendment to stop anchor babies. That's not an issue for us, right? But let me just say, Africans, I'm staying on point, Africans are losers, right? These people in Africa, you got Indian. I saw a story yesterday where there was some Pakistani. Matter of fact, let me play that. Stand by.
We have this couple that has been running a bakery for 9 years. They want to take them out because they've seen that there are a lot more Pakistanis that want to occupy those shops.
We wanted to open a shop here in Vafadine in 70 Station Street. The Pakistanis have been told by us to say no, we're not allowed to open a shop. So they refused us from opening the shop. They told us since 3 weeks we're not allowed to open shops. Then they still carry on telling us they will assault us if we open the shop. They'll show us what they'll do if I open the shop. We went to the police station to file a case against them to see what we can do. So as we came by the police station, we've been told, because it was night, we've been told the following day we must go to the court and get a harassment form. As on our way just to come out in the street behind Pick n Pay in Cartonville, they block us, they force us to stop. The cars was parked all around us and they forced us to stop. As my husband get out and he start running, they shoot at him. And then when I tried to phone the cops, the main person, Babar, the Pakistani, he grabbed me and he threw me down on the floor. I hit my head against the bakkies wheel. And as I stood up and I started to run, I heard the gunshots. Two shots was being fired.
We will be no choice, we have to push back, because what we are doing right now, we can see that you are trying to set
So there you have it, right? Africans are losers. They're getting shot at by, so Pakistanis come to their country, come to Africa, and in this case South African, country of South Africa, open up a business and then beat your ass and shoot at you when you try to open a business on the same neighborhood, on the same block, or maybe a block down or whatever. Here comes some Pakistanis beating your ass and shooting at you, and you in your own country. This not Pakistan, this Africa. This not India, this Africa. This ain't England, this is in Africa. The place that in America, when they want to insult you, they tell you, if you American descendant of slaves, go back to Africa, nigga. You can't make this shit up. So, I ain't gonna make this too long, but Africans are losers. How is it that you got all the resources, gold, silver, platinum, diamonds, everything, right? Rare earths, uranium, and then you can't stop killing and shooting each other, right? Like France and Germany or whatever, right? They formed NATO. You can't stop shooting and killing each other and selling out the Pakistanis and Indians and white people. Because you're a bunch of losers. Because Africans are a bunch of losers. And then we got to get the rejects in America to come over here and abuse us. While they getting abused back in their own country by Pakistanis, Indians, Chinese people, and white people beating their ass and stealing all of their shit. Then they want to, instead of fixing that shit and going to war against them, they go to war against each other, and then the other losers flee and come to America and try to talk down, hook up with white people and try to talk down on black people in America. Make it make sense. Make this shit make sense. And then they try to tell you, don't be xenophobic. Don't delineate. Why are you saying, nigga, why are you saying this FBA, EDAS, nigga? They call you cotton pickers and all kinds of shit. And you put up with it. You elect them to office. How the fuck they electing an Indian in New York City for mayor or whatever he is? Or Kamala Harris or any of these immigrants or any of these bootlegs who would support these immigrants to rule over you. Don't be like these people. These Africans are fucking losers. These African immigrants are losers. I'm showing you right now. So you can't say, I didn't know. I didn't know they was a bunch of sellouts and losers. You're not getting their best and the brightest. All you're getting is bootlicks, coons, sellouts, and losers. That's going to sell you out to a bunch of Indians and Mexicans and Hispanics and Puerto Ricans or whatever else that come across that border. They just sell you out to them, as you can see, because they're doing it in their own country. They're doing it in Africa. In Africa, they just selling each other out and killing each other and selling each other out to people from outside of Africa. What make you think you getting the best and brightest and people that's your allies and comrades and your friends in America? Make it make sense, that's all. Anyway, you can subscribe, like, share, you know what I'm saying? Or go play in traffic, do what you gotta do. I'll see y'all in the next one.